expecting this result? Did you think you'd make it to like regionals and stuff at the beginning of the year? Were you like, we have this in us?
I kind of was. I was like,
Yeah?
I just saw the talent, and I was like there's like we have to do something. Like,
Yeah.
I just kind of like
Yeah.
felt it. Like, I really like the dynamic. Like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think, and even every year, I feel like we go in with this, like, we got it, and we always kind of fall short. And I think this year, we all were just kind of like
Almost
I felt it at the Anchor Bay game, especially.
fed up. I was fed up
Yeah.
with
Yeah, the
people
Anchor
like
Bay.
talking down on us,
Yeah.
almost like
And yeah, especially
This
like
is
I
gonna
felt
be the
it
year.
yeah.
at the Anchor Bay game that all of us were like, we're not leaving without putting our year on this board, without doing this right now, without this win. And that was powerful. And it literally like it led us through the entire game.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I feel like a lot of us seniors were just like you said, like, we're not leaving. We're
Nope,
not
we're
done.
done.
Like,
We're not.
we're not done.
Nope.
This was gonna be the year.
Yeah.
This was the only year, so
Yeah.
it was gonna be this year. It
had
had to be this year. So you mentioned Anchor Bay, but when you think about it, what other games in particular stood out to you this year? Either from being like showing strengths as a team, or maybe there was a game that you guys should have won and maybe you fell short, or
I would definitely say our Watchdog game versus Dakota, probably one of my best memories throughout my whole 4 years of being in the Romeo volleyball program. We went to 5, so it was a struggle, but it was definitely like one to remember that we had ups and downs, but that whole game, like, I don't know, you just felt like the energy and you felt like the grit, and like everybody actually was there and present and wanted to be there. And we felt like we had so much support and like everybody was there for Watchdog. So it's like, why don't we show everybody and like give them this win? Like, let's do it for us, but let's do it for everybody here. Like, they all came here for a reason to watch us persevere, and I think that's what really was good about
that was like really encouraging. Was this the message that you gave during during the team huddles here?
When we
Was
team
it
huddle,
this?
we're a
'Cause that
little
was-
aggressive.
I feel like I'm fired up.
Yeah.
That was like,
Yeah, we'll
that
get you
was
fired
good.
up.
Yeah.
Don't you worry, we're good at that.
I love it.
Okay, we gotta talk about the Flushing game.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah,
That was just a game that we 100% should have taken, and it's still like I think about it now, and it just like is one of like it just disappoints me. Like I can walk away from a loss and be like, you know what, hands down, whatever. Like there's always this, there's always, and it's the worst because especially for us, like there is no next time. Like it's
like we've been saying that, but now we
and
can't.
now it's done. And I think that we 100% had that team. It was really disappointing, I think, for all of us, and I don't think any of us were ready to be done, but I think like it just kind of was what it was. But I think all of us learned a lot from that game. And I think still a lot of us, like, we haven't really said goodbye yet. Like I still haven't processed or coped with it yet.
It'll probably be a good lesson for your underclassmen and stuff for next year. Now they've got the taste of it too, right? They're gonna want to get back
They're
to that
this
point.
close, and now they want a second trophy and a third, and just go further.
Yeah. Ava, you agree? Any other games that stand out to you?
I like love the Dakota game. I love that it was a program win, but like this is not fun to talk about. But like our senior night was a low game for us, and I felt like that just kind of like
Who was that against?
Lance Cruz North.
Okay.
that was a tough game. None of us we didn't play like we should have. We did nothing we should have done. I felt like that kind of like flipped a switch for us. We just like didn't want to feel that way again. Like just I don't know. I think it was a good learning experience. Like it was awful, but
I mean, we did go on to then win on Ike's senior night.
right.
So.
That's what I'm saying. We came back for revenge.
Yeah.
I feel like you brought up some dark feelings there
Yeah.
for a second. The reactions
We-
on
oh,
the
we
other
deal
side
with
of the
them. We
table.
deal with
It
them.
wasn't good, but
Yeah, it wasn't great, but I think after that we were all kind of like, you know what, we're not getting slapped around ever again.
That's
Whether
it.
that means in volleyball, in life, no, that's it. That was the last time.
Yeah, just being in the MAC red, it's this whole, it's usually been, like, I don't like saying this, but usually Romeo has been on the bottom of the MAC red, and it was just like the teams, like D1 players on every single roster, like, it's I mean, it's not like hard to compete with it, but it's hard to compete with it when maybe not every team is like that almost. So like being able to this year, like everyone has wins and losses on the record this year from each MAC Red team. Like people got upset, people got like surprised that teams have won, but it's like this year it was like all across the board. I would say equal, but
It was 50-50 every match. I mean, like in the past years, it was always Dakota.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dakota Anchor
Like,
Bay, Dakota Anchor
yeah.
Bay.
Sometimes
Ike.
Ike snuck in
Yeah.
there a little bit, but like especially like last year and the year before, Dakota just like could
Right.
wipe the floor with
Dominated,
anyone. It
yeah.
was not a question. It was
That's-
almost like funny.
That's probably why the
Yeah.
Dakota game was so fun
Yeah,
to win.
that's
Yeah.
it was.
That was the one.
Yeah, any
Finally
game.
got him back.
The Mac
That was,
Red
like
team.
any Mac Red team's dream. I feel like
Yeah.
it was to crush Dakota.
Yeah.
That's